So, okay, well, this is part two. So, you couldn't even, the wind couldn't, you couldn't move your hand. So I started telling them they need to repent, and they were looking at me confused. They were like, looking at me like, how did you know this? And I'm looking at them like, mm-hmm, I told you. But then I started telling them, if you repent, you're going to be okay. But they were so, they were so lied to and overcome by worldly pleasures that they couldn't even comprehend what I was telling them. To them, they did not even know who Christ was. They did not even, it's so sad that the world has to come to this. They did not even know what I was talking about. They didn't understand who God is and why do you want to talk about God? It doesn't make any sense. So anyway, the moment they were out, I started dancing and yelling and telling them I was going crazy because I was like, Jesus is coming. You guys gotta get ready. So I was dancing and telling them, you gotta get ready. You gotta get ready. And they were looking at me like I'm John the Baptist, the madman. I was like, okay, I'll be a madman for Christ, all right. But anyway, so well, the air gets thinner and thinner, and everybody's wondering what's going on. And it gets thinner and thinner. And I had worshipped him. I had worshipped God. I knew everything about him. In my dream, I thought, all the prophecies that he's given me, I know everything about the Lord. I could even I said, God, I'll worship you. I don't know what you want me to do, but I'll worship you. I will lick the ground for you. So, I would take my clothes and kneel down right out in the dirt and worship him. And so people were looking at me like I'm crazy. But I just did not want, I knew the Lord was coming and I wanted him to forgive me, forgive me of all my sins and cleanse me so that when you come, you won't find me blameless. You will find me blameless because I figured, you never know what sin you've caused and you never know who, what what you need to do to be with God. So I had been repentful and I was like, if you guys don't want to be ready, I'll be ready. There's no harm in being ready. So anyway, the air becomes thinner and thinner and thinner and thinner and thinner. And so this is exactly how we would breathe. That's how exactly we would breathe. And then the sun will become so hot. It became so hot. The sun was not shining, but the heat that was on the earth, it was I mean, people, I don't know what to tell you, but it was awful. It was hot. You couldn't breathe. If you've ever been in a steam room, that's how it is. It was, but it was dry heat, If you've been in the steam room and then the steam comes out, that's how it was, but you just could not breathe. Oh, it was suffocating. And so I started calling out, Jesus, Jesus, please save us. Please save us. Come get us. And all of a sudden, this, air, I could see, it was like the earth produced like a black smoke from the earth, like a black smoke that went and covered the moon. And it was a black smoke that was coming out of the earth and covered the black moon. It covered the moon, and the black smoke turned the moon into like a blood red, you know. And I said, oh, Jesus said, when you see the moon turn into blood red, and then the sun was darkened, so there was no sun, you know. Just know it was like a dawn, like an evening dawn, and then the moon, this black smoke covered the moon and turned it into red. And when you see that, just know your redemption is near. So I knew that, and I said, come quickly, come. Just the moment when I was about to lose my breath, the Lord comes. And he comes, and I'm so excited. Oh, I'm so excited because he's about to take us out of here. And so everybody else that I was telling, we're getting out of here, was running towards Jesus because they wanted to know, save us, You are the one that is supposed to save us, save us. But I knew in my heart that he'll tell them, you didn't know me, I didn't know you, we don't have a relationship, get away from me, you know. So I ran to him, and he passed by me, just passed by me, went and hugged this other girl that was very humble. This is the second time I'm dreaming that there's somebody humbler than me. Like maybe it's in the back of my mind that I'm not, I feel like because of my personality, I feel like maybe I'm not that humble. So, or maybe I'm not patient. So he passed by me and went and gave this girl that to me, my spirit told me, was more humble and more patient, with long suffering than I was. So I was like, well, I guess the Lord made me, so I guess she deserves to be hugged more than me. That's what I thought. I said, oh, okay. But my spirit was convicted, and I said, you know what? I don't understand why. But anyway, so it was time, and everybody was running, and I was running to him. And I said, Jesus, Jesus, it's me. And he didn't want to look at me. And I said, oh, I said, it's me. But then because I was very close to him, he turned around to me and he said, and who are you? I said, it's Mercy. You don't remember me? And he said, I remember you. I was ready, but you were not ready. Oh my God. I looked and I said, no way. I mean, he just rejected me, told me he was ready and I was not ready. Oh, you have never had such a sunken feeling. My stomach was sick. I knew my future. I knew where I was going. And I thought to myself, am I just the same as these people that were walking around like robots? And I wanted to challenge Jesus and ask him why he's left me and why he's denied me and why he's rejected me. But before I could even do that, my he answered me. He didn't talk this time, just my spirit knew unforgiveness. And I said to myself, I didn't forgive, but I wanted to know who I did not forgive, you know. But in my personal life, after I woke up, I knew who I hadn't forgiven. So I said, unforgiveness, and then the book, my brain just took me back to Matthew when Jesus was talking about the master and the servant, the servant that went and begged the master for forgiveness and went and took the other servant to prison who owed him something. And Jesus was asking, how can you ask the master, because the master was mad at him, how can you ask the master to forgive you when you can't forgive? And I said, oh my God, if you don't forgive, don't matter how ready you are, it does not matter how ready you are. Forgiveness. Forgive and let go. Forgive and let go. For if you forgive and let go, He will forgive you. You are not going to go and ask the Father for forgiveness when you have not forgiven. You have to forgive. You have to forgive. Forgiveness. I mean, can you imagine just one thing making you not be able to see Christ and dwell in His presence? You have to forgive. You don't have to hang out with the person that hurt you. No, you don't. But you have to let them know you've forgiven them. And in your heart also, you have to forgive her. No, you've forgiven them, whoever it is, but you don't need to hang out with them. You don't need to associate with them. But you've forgiven them. That way you don't keep inviting that same hurt, that same feeling of hurt and around your house, because if you forgive and let go, then God is able to forgive you. So the time is near and Christ will come. Don't let Him come to you like a thief. Know Him, get to know Him, but get ready, clean your house, and the most important thing when you're cleaning your house is forgiveness. So that was my dream, and I'm gonna make another video because I had two. So God bless you, have a nice one, and hope to see you guys soon.